Hey guys, welcome back to another video with realme reviews. So these days I noticed that a lot of smartphone makers are pushing out high refresh rate displays on smartphones, and I just want to share with you my thoughts on whether a high refresh rate display is a must when considering your next smartphone purchase. So before I begin, let me just quickly explain to you in layman terms what a high refresh rate display actually does. So standard displays refresh at 60Hz, whereas these days we're looking at 90Hz, 120Hz, 144Hz and many more. So what this high refresh rates display basically gives you is that buttery smooth, super fluid experience when navigating your smartphone. So to put that into perspective, I have a 120Hz display Realme on my left and a 60Hz display Oppo on my right. So let's just focus on the displays here, as that's what I'm here to talk about. In real world use, using the 120Hz display on the daily gives you a couple of benefits. The first and most obvious benefit is noticeable when you actually navigate or scroll through your device. So let's take Instagram for example. When doing so, you'll notice that there will be no drops in frame rate and the experience is buttery smooth. Every touch you make results in that instant reaction, and I know you can't really see it here on the video, but if you have the chance, go try it out in person and you'll get what I mean, the experience on a 120Hz display. So the next benefit you will enjoy with a high refresh rate is when you game. So using PUBG for example, if you're a player of PUBG, you'll notice that you do a lot of looking around left and right in the game itself, and sometimes you're just looking for that gun and you just need that very fast reactions, especially when someone is shooting at you as well. So because you need to react very quickly in the game, moving left and right, in this case, a high refresh rate display will definitely give you the benefits because once again, it is a very smooth experience. So obviously, you'll be able to see and move clearer and just that much faster. Alright, so this begs the question, will you play better with a high refresh rate display? I would say that the experience it gives you is definitely better, but will it make you a better player? That is a different story. So if you're a noob in the game like me for example, even with a high refresh rate, I will still get killed within 5 minutes. But if you're a good gamer and you game a lot on your device, you'll definitely benefit from the experience that you get from a high refresh rate, especially with PUBG. Moving on to my next point, and I think this is pretty important, I noticed that these days a couple of smartphone makers are pushing out higher refresh rate displays on mid-range devices. So let's take the Realme 6 for example. It comes with a mid-range processor but comes with a 90Hz display. So in this case, users really benefit from this high refresh rate display because the device itself might not perform so quickly, but with a high refresh rate display, users get that smooth and fluid experience. And this will make them feel that the device is more powerful than it actually is. So I really like this combo here. All mid-range smartphones should come with at least a 90Hz display because the smoothness and fluidity really compensates for that possible lack in power. Now, so what if you had to choose between a high refresh rate LCD display or a standard AMOLED display? That's the perfect question because let's take this Realme X3 SuperZoom here for example. This comes with a Snapdragon 855 Plus, 12GB of RAM and a 120Hz LCD display. So in this case, I honestly would have preferred a standard AMOLED panel over the 120Hz LCD display, so please hear me out. In this case, phones like the Realme X3 SuperZoom is already a very powerful device, and I know for sure that it will not lag or stutter throughout my daily use. Therefore, if a choice had to be made, I would have preferred an AMOLED panel like the one on the Oppo, simply because I enjoy the deeper contrast levels and colors that really come to life. So I know some of you might prefer otherwise, but this is just my humble opinion. Alright, so on to my final point. Is a high refresh rate display really a must when purchasing your next smartphone? So my answer here is yes and no. If you're looking to purchase a mid-range device, I'd say that a high refresh rate display is definitely a must and that should be considered. Meanwhile, if the device you're looking at is already powerful enough like the Realme X3 SuperZoom here, the 120Hz high refresh rate is definitely welcomed as high refresh rate displays are the trend these days, and I definitely hope to see more smartphone makers incorporating it into upcoming smartphones. Alright guys, I think that's it for this video. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!